Morning, good morning, good morning. Your boy had a real short week. This one is a short week. You know what I'm saying? For the people who got real jobs, you know what I'm talking about? It's a short one. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping everybody having a good week thus far, even though, it just started yesterday. I hope everybody's summer is going the way they planned it to. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're enjoying time off away from certain things. And if you got children that's in school, you know what I'm saying? I do hope that they're still in like summer school or some sort of extracurricular, programs or whatever. Just staying busy, you know what I'm saying? Still accumulating the skills that they need in order to, navigate through life. Um, I hope everybody's still getting after the bag. That should never be, set on the back burner because I mean we gotta make money to live certain livelihoods. But salute to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know that I'm proud of y'all. If ain't nobody told y'all that they love y'all and they proud of y'all, I love y'all and I'm proud of you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep working, keep striving towards your goals. You know what I'm saying? Keep being ambitious, inquisitive, curious. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can never stop trying to become the best version of ourselves. That's our goal. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, because there's a lot of things that we allow to get in our way, and guess what? The biggest thing that we allow to get in our way is us. Let's just be honest. We are the biggest challenge. You know what I'm saying? In society, in this world, it's you. You are your biggest hurdle. So what I mean is that we have to humble ourselves. We have to get over ourselves. We have to stop being so emotional. We got to stop playing the blame game and pointing fingers and just sitting in that victim role. We can't always sit in the victim role. You know what I'm saying? Even though we might have been through some different trials and tribulations, I understand that. As we all have, you know what I'm saying, been faced with, steep challenges and different things that happen to us, like as far as like trauma. And, what I'm saying, we live through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we don't have to. I just want everybody to know we don't have to, what I'm saying, live and be what the things that happen to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's very, very important. I just want everybody, what I'm saying, to understand that we have an obligation. Put your trust and faith because we are living in different times. Obviously, I know a lot that we probably never get to live to see some of the things that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The gender wars, the spiritual warfare. It's a lot of different things that's out there that's, kind of, shaping us. You know what I'm saying? In all the wrong ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the system hasn't been kind to us at all, not even a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? So keep pushing forward, man. Keep your faith strong and make sure that, you know what I'm saying? Each one, reach one, teach one. You know what I mean? So we have an obligation to, to just, keep trying to be the best version of ourselves, though. You feel me? With just a little motivation and inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I like to, do videos like that. I mean, open up my videos with, just giving a little word or whatever. You feel me? Hopefully, that could motivate somebody out there that's listening that might be struggling or on, going through rough times right now. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry, bro, because I love, you know what I'm saying, and I'm proud, you know what I'm saying, of who you guys are. Like, you know what I'm saying, and the people that you're trying to become. So we just got to keep pushing forward, but we got to do it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's the goal. We do it together, man. This is not an individual thing. So salute to y'all, man. You feel me? Real talk from one of the realest ones you know. It don't get no realer than that, man. And you two really don't like, the things that I say and how I present them, but I don't care about that because the things that they promote on a daily, you know what I'm saying, the violence, the sexual, you know what I'm saying, content, and all of that stuff and the abuse and the division, you know what I'm saying? That's being hypocritical. So I'm not worried about it because I know who I am. I know where I'm going when I leave this earth, and it's all good. And we gonna keep pushing. So, hey, make sure you hit them thumbs up though when you come in the building. I'll see you, T Sweezy. What's happening with you? What's happening with you, man? I'm gonna check that link out that you had sent me. I think it was the Binos breakdown, the film. So I'm gonna check it out. But salute to you, cousin. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all go follow, you know what I'm saying, Just Win Baby Podcast. Boston Celtics fan. Again, he's only 13 years old. I don't know how he's a Celtics diehard, but he is. I think it's through his pops. But yeah, T Sweezy, man, make sure y'all go, you know what I'm saying, like, share, and subscribe and donate if you can. You know what I'm saying? The donation, it go a long way to help, some YouTubers, aspiring, podcasts, people to, build their platforms and their channels, like, you know what I'm saying? So if we can donate to all that bullshit and junk food and, you know what I'm saying, fast food and, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that's really not good for us, donate to your people, you feel me? And help, you know what I'm saying, get them to a place where they can give back. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it's about. But let's get into the video. You see the title of the video, man. The LA Clippers will surprise a lot of the unfaithfuls. And here's why. It's no secret. It's all know it, right? That the LA Clippers have not been, a franchise to get everybody's hopes up. The LA Clippers have been through some tumultuous times and some dreadful times as an organization. But it's necessary because all franchises, rather they been moved from different cities to start out when they became an expansion team, or whatever, which most teams used to reside in different cities. Most franchises until the ABA merger and the NBA merger. Once that happened and they start expanding the teams and teams start moving to certain, cities, then all of those teams always had to go through a rough patch. Like, you know what I'm saying? There were certain markets. The realty. I see you, Cuddy. Salute to you. There were certain markets that was conducive and big, that they said, you know what, these markets right here, these are the markets that bring in a lot of revenue just because of the city, how big it was, its laws, you know what I'm saying? Some of like our trade and commerce and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The population, like, you feel what I'm saying? Different things like that as far as like from a political side. So there are certain cities, you know what I'm saying, that they be like, okay, this sports team is probably, we're going to feature these sports teams as, what it's supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got, your LA, you got your New York, you got, you know what I'm saying, like Boston. Even though a lot of these cities and stuff, the financial gap, it's still, it's a huge disparity. Um, but you still got certain cities where they say, okay, these are marquee cities where we want to put some of the best players to play for these franchises. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we've seen that over the years. If you old school, if you new school, normally, you know what I'm saying, the high market towns and cities, you know what I'm saying, get the best players and ultimately they win. You know what I'm saying? So we have to pay attention to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. For the Clippers, per se, you know what I'm saying, formerly being what, the San Diego Clippers, I think, is they moved to LA. We already know that LA has the Lakers. The Lakers were formerly the Minneapolis Lakers. So they moved from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then came all the way over here. So, and then we already know the history with the Lakers. Like, you know what I'm saying? The past, future, the present. So the Clippers were sharing a city, you know what I'm saying, in a town with a team that was already established. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's been like that for a long time. And guess what else is like that? Baseball, the Chicago Cubs, you know what I'm saying? Chicago White Sox, you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, even though one of them is on the south side, and then the other one is, you know what I'm saying, up the way. But sharing the inner city squad where it's so close, it's gonna be hard for you to form and develop your own identity. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Clippers have struggled with since they became a franchise. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to find their way. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. You got to go through these rough patches and losing and all of this stuff before you can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And right now, in my opinion, with what happened with Donald Sterling, it's only right for the NBA to be like, you know what? Since we had this happen and had the Clippers, one of those teams, and we knew that this man was like that, you know what I'm saying? It's only right that the NBA awards the Clippers to be a successful franchise and kind of develop their own market in LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing right now. They got rid of Steve Ballmer. I mean, they got rid of Donald Sterling, right? So they're moving in a different trajectory. They're moving in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? They got an owner that's all about progress. He's all about money. He's all about putting people in position so that they can put the best product on the basketball floor, and it's gonna look a little different. And people are gonna be a little short. They're gonna be a little impatient because they're tired of losing. Like, they just want to be able to celebrate something from that franchise, like, to where, you know, it can make people feel good and give people hope if you are a fan, you know what I'm saying, of the franchise. And that's what they're doing slowly but surely. They hired Doc Rivers. They thought everything was going to look different under Doc Rivers, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Then they bring in Ty Lue, who's another Doc Rivers prodigy or whatever. And then you're seeing that you're going through the growing pains. They said, okay, we're going to do an overhaul. We're going to trade Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? JJ Redick moved on, and all these other people moved on, Matt Barnes and a whole bunch of other people, Jamal Crawford. Then they drafted, you know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then he was highly talented. That's when they had, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, the logo. You know what I'm saying? And we seen what happened, you know, with Jerry West throughout his career, how he helped franchises draft the right players and put the right pieces in place to win. Excuse me. So that's exactly what Jerry West was doing. But you know what? Kawhi Leonard became available for them. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi Leonard became available for the Clippers. So guess what? They said, let's go get a key household name. Like, we're battling with the Lakers. Is he going to go team up with LeBron, or is he going to? I know he wants to come home, but we're in a perfect situation because we're transitioning. You know what I'm saying? So they went to go grab Kawhi Leonard, smooth off of him winning the championship and the Finals MVP. So that was the biggest signing of that summer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they went to go get, you know, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard said, I'm going to come over here, but it's going to be under one, you know what I'm saying, stipulation. That you go trade and get me somebody that can help me win a championship. And that somebody at the time was Paul George. So they went to go get PG-13, who's had a good career, you know what I'm saying, early on in his career, battled some adversity with the injury that he sustained in the Olympic summer game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Summer scrimmage or whatever, where he broke his leg. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, he bounced back. You know what I'm saying? Paul George bounced back still to kind of like, be the same player that we've seen in Indiana. Maybe the athleticism, he wasn't as athletic. Like when you sustain a lower leg injury like that, it's gonna be hard for you to be super, super bouncy. But for the most part, he came back. You know what I'm saying? He was springy. He still had his game. He was older, more mature. Like, you know what I'm saying? The game didn't slow down for him. You know what I'm saying? And he always been a really, really, really good defender. Tune In Sports, I see you. Make sure y'all go follow Tune In Sports, man. Like, share, and subscribe to that brother content. Real good brother. Cleveland Cavaliers fans. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go, support that brother. Tune In Sports, man. Appreciate you, Brody. Hey, so that's what you have. So Kawhi Leonard said, you know what? I don't really know this young guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He might be able to be a great player, but I don't want to go through the grooming that it takes in order to win. I need to win now. I'm a veteran player. I'm used to winning. I can't have all of these younger guys. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go get me Paul George. So they said, okay, fuck it. They put together a package. Lord Frank, you know what I'm saying? The president of basketball operations, they put in a package to go get Paul George from Oklahoma City, right? So they trade, and Shai Gilgeous was a part of that package. They trade Shai Gilgeous a bunch of first-round draft picks that are unprotected, and, you know what I'm saying, another pair. So they do all of that. They trade. They go get Shai Gilgeous. They go get Paul George, and then they say, we got the next, you know what I'm saying, in line to a Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen type duo, which everybody thought to believe would be Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So, we know how the NBA works. You know what I'm saying? You have to surround them with high character guys, high IQ guys that can play. You feel me? So they've been on this train for a long time now, and the only thing that they have to show for making that move is a Western Conference Finals appearance in which Kawhi Leonard was unavailable to play in because of him being, I don't want to say injured, but them disclosing that he's dealing with some sort of injury. So that's really been the story. And then you fast forward, we get COVID and all of this different stuff that happens in the bubble, and we see that Paul George really just turns into like a shell of himself. So I was just like, damn, what's wrong? What's going on with Paul George? And then it comes out that Paul George has some sort of mental blocks, you know what I'm saying, and some mental hurdles that was plaguing him that he could not get through. You know what I'm saying? And it was tough for him, and that's why his play dipped. And also, Paul George has dealt with injuries of his own. He had a couple shoulder injuries, you know what I'm saying? And that sort of kind of derailed, you know what I'm saying, the productivity and, you know what I'm saying, what we thought could be something special in LA with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So it didn't happen. And then we start realizing, okay, the mentality for these guys is, I don't know what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? This dude is dealing with stuff. I don't know if he's going to be the guy. But we already knew that he had superstar talent. Made some all-star teams in a Clipper jersey. So it was hope. It was still hope there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was still hope that all we need is Kawhi to be healthy. If we can just put certain pieces around them, you know what I'm saying, then we can win a championship. All of those hopes are fine and dandy, but it would have been hard to win a championship playing under the Lakers' shadow. You know what I'm saying? It just would be super hard. It's just kind of like the Lakers had like a curse on the Clippers. The Clippers passed on Kobe Bryant in the draft. They passed on other players in the draft. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like a curse that was going on. Now what we have a brand new landmark. Hey Heron, I see you. Salute. We have a brand new landmark, you know what I'm saying, that has been built in LA. The Clippers branched off from the Lakers, right? They have their own stadium. That's huge and big if you want to be your own franchise and you want to make a name for yourself. See, the Clippers have always played up under the umbrella of the Lakers, and that's Lakers town. That was Lakers arena. See, it's hard when you share an arena with a team, bro. When two teams share an arena. If the other team was already glorified, you know what I'm saying, already marketed, already done had all the Hall of Fame players, what makes you think that you're going to be able to emulate that in a place that's not even so-called yours, in a town that's so-called not yours? So now what you have, the Clippers and Steve Ballmer said, you know what? I want this franchise to be its own entity, its own franchise. I want them to build and get away from the shadow of the Lakers so people can start supporting them. You know what I'm saying? He said, we're going to build a state-of-the-art arena. Whatever it takes to get it done, that's what we're going to do. And that's exactly what Steve Ballmer did. He built a stadium. So now Clipper faithfuls, they have something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go to the arena downtown and see all this Lakers shit and all this stuff that remind you of some players in a team that's not even their own. So now they're their own franchise. So now they can move forward and build championship contenders for years to come. You know what I'm saying? And Kawhi Leonard is still the focal point. He is still the centerpiece around doing so because they're trusting Kawhi Leonard more than they're trusting Paul George. And that was evident. We've seen that, right? Obviously, with everything that played out with, Kawhi Leonard's contract, in which Paul George wasn't privy to. He found out just like all of us found out on ESPN or whatever. So that rubbed Paul George the wrong way. Now he became emotional. Now Paul George became a little bit more disconnected from the franchise. You know what I'm saying? Because they already weren't winning. They already were hiring and firing coaches like crazy. They already were in a place to where, man, I don't know if this franchise is the right franchise for me. Like, that was already going through his mind based on all the other things that has transpired up until that point. You feel what I'm saying? So now, fast forward, boom, it's 2024, right? We're in free agency. One of the biggest apples to drop, which we all kind of suspected, you know what I'm saying? Paul George decides to leave in free agency. He decides to go join the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, that's cool. See, people looking at it like it's a huge loss. It's not a huge loss. You know what I'm saying? Because they never chose Paul George as the man in LA. It was Kawhi Leonard who they chose as the man. With good reason. You would choose Kawhi Leonard too. Make sure you hit them thumbs up. Make sure you hit them thumbs up. They chose Kawhi Leonard. So losing Paul George, it's okay because guess what? They haven't won nothing together anyway. And for whatever reason, injuries and a lot of different things played a part in them not winning a championship together. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, where in the midst of them winning championships, all of a sudden Scottie Pippen said, you know what, I'm out. I'm cool. That would have been huge to Michael Jordan and his success. Michael Jordan made sure that, man, check this out. Whatever we got to do, we got to get Scottie. We need Scottie Pippen. I need Scottie in order to win championships. You know what I'm saying? And you surround them with role players. Good, high character, high IQ guys who's going to work hard and going to be selfless. That's how you win championships. All the guys that don't care about productivity, but they're going to do all the little things to help you win. And this is where we come to the Clippers. The Clippers lose Paul George, but they gain and sign all these other players that has experience, that has been battle tested as far as facing different adversities in their personal life and their NBA career. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things. There are a lot of things that transpire during an NBA career, and you have to have thick skin. You have to, you know what I'm saying, be 10 toes down. You got to have strong faith, and you got to just go and put the work in, and don't succumb to all the other things that surround you: the money, the fame, the popularity. You know what I'm saying? The material things, the cars, the women. You know what I'm saying? You have to try to focus on basketball. The Clippers replaced Paul George with key acquisitions. Key acquisitions. Derrick Jones Jr. is the key acquisition. Derrick Jones Jr. has been playing with a chip on his shoulder. Nobody really believed in Derrick Jones Jr. Derrick Jones Jr. had to really fight, scratch, and claw just to be seen and valued. And last year, he kind of had a breakthrough. He was healthy for the first time in his career, for the most part. He was available. You know what I'm saying? He turned into a 3-and-D guy. That's a guy that you want on your team because it's not really about his product. It's not about him. He doesn't need the ball to make and have an impact on the game. And those are the players that you want to surround your great players with in order to win a championship. But before the Derrick Jones Jr., they made a very huge acquisition on their coaching staff. You feel me? They made a key acquisition on their coaching staff. The Hall of Famer, Jeff Van Gundy, has finally got an opportunity to help coach and lead and give his, you know what I'm saying, expertise and his knowledge and his wisdom on an NBA sidelines again. He's the lead assistant. If people don't understand what that means, it's very huge to the development and the success of the Los Angeles Clippers franchise. Because he was blackballed for a long time because Jeff Van Gundy is real outspoken. Him and his brother Stan, along with Mark Jackson, and all of them had analyst positions. They're real outspoken about, you know, the direction of the league, how the league is, the officiating in the league, the ownership, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, they're very, very critical of that. But it's the Clippers' time. See, they're transitioning to, okay, it's the Clippers. We got it, man. It's the Clippers' time. So that was a huge acquisition. Because we know that Jeff Van Gundy, he has some really good teams in New York. He has some really good teams in New York. Like, real talk. Teams that you would have thought that compete for a championship. They lost against Greg Popovich. I think that was under Jeff Van Gundy, if I'm not mistaken. They lost that championship in the lockout year, the first championship with Tim Duncan and David Robinson and Greg Popovich. He lost against that Spurs team. You know what I'm saying? And we really haven't seen Jeff Van Gundy on the coaching sideline ever since, for a long time. So now he's back in the thick of things. And I told you, they don't let black coaches win multiple championships like that. You know what I'm saying? I know back in the day, he probably transpired with the Boston Celtics or whatever. We had Bill Russell and then Casey Jones and all that. But let's just be honest. In the modern day, black coaches, you're only good for one chip, if that. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at Ty Lue. He already got a chip. Ty Lue is the same as Doc Rivers. They're the same guy in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They're the same guy in my opinion. Always seem to not get it done. And we've seen why Ty Lue got it done, and we've seen why Doc Rivers got it done. They were chosen during those times. They happened to be the face, and they got it done. You know what I'm saying? Their team got it done. But now, they bring in Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy will take over as coach for the Los Angeles Clippers at some point during next season or the season after. If not next season. If the Clippers can't win a championship next year, then I think that's where you have Jeff Van Gundy take over. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get to the comments in a minute. So those are a couple key acquisitions. You've seen what Derrick Jones Jr. helped do with, a Dallas Maverick team. You know what I'm saying? So now you have already Terrence Mann. You already got Ibaka Zubac. You already got certain players over there in that franchise that's willing to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? That's who Kawhi Leonard needs. Just like he had in San Antonio, just like he had in Toronto, he has certain players to do the dirty work. Not an entitled ass player and Paul George who feel like he's bigger than the team. You see what I'm saying? You can't win with players like that when you feel like you're bigger than the team. Then they go out and they sign who else? They grab Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. is a player that has a chip on his shoulder. Kevin Porter Jr., left-handed, out of USC, you know what I'm saying, has had a troubled career already because of everything that he faced in his, childhood and his young adulthood growing up. It's been a rough time for him, but he always had the capability and the talent of being an NBA star. He just didn't have the support system and the mental, capacity to put all of that together. You see what I'm saying? And sort of try to find motivation within his situation. Sometimes your situation can either make you or break you. It all depends on you. It depends on if you have the right people in place to help support you and drive you and push you to be great. You know what I'm saying? And protect you from certain things. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard was one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Talented. Work ethic. But he had a troubled childhood. You know what I'm saying? He had troubled life. But he had the support system and the right people in place to say, you know what? Nope, we ain't going down that direction. Nope, you're going to do this. You're going to stay focused on the goal at hand. You know what I'm saying? So Kawhi Leonard is smart from that aspect. People need to pay attention to that. So you get Kevin Porter Jr. You re-sign James Harden. And Kevin Porter Jr. is essentially sort of kind of like a hybrid James Harden. Real talk. But I think that Kevin Porter Jr.'s fire and his desire to be a good defender is a little higher than James Harden was at that particular point in his career. So now you have something to work with. You have a veteran in James Harden who, was one of the best players in the playoffs for the Clippers last year. High product, a high producer. Helped him win some games. I still feel I don't like the style of play and the way he plays with the pounding the ball, and then he has to play and give more effort on defense. But he still has a high basketball IQ. He's still a good passer. You know what I'm saying? That's going to help. So those are a couple of acquisitions where you be like, damn, okay, we lost Paul George, but okay. We got a couple of different players that can help contribute in different areas. Then you add Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba is a poor man's Serge Ibaka. long defender, can shoot, can block shots, needs to become a better rebounder, of course, but he's still young. He came out of school way too early at Texas. You know what I'm saying? He came out after his freshman year. If he would have stayed in college and developed a little bit more, gained a little bit more experience, and got older, then we would see a different player. But he was raw coming into the NBA. So we know the talent, but every time you come into the NBA just young and super early and leave college early, that doesn't necessarily mean that all that talent is going to translate to the NBA right away. You're gonna go through growing pains. Mo Bamba has already been on 3 back. This is his 3rd team, and he's only under the age of 25. You know what I'm saying? So already he's a journeyman because he's struggling to find his niche. I believe being in LA under Jeff Van Gundy and Ty Lue's leadership, that's the perfect situation for Mo Bamba. They wouldn't have signed Mo Bamba if they didn't think that he can be an asset. I promise you that. You just don't go out there and just sign anybody and just sign whoever just to fill your roster. No, they're putting certain players and pieces together to help build a championship contender in the absence of Paul George. That's what they're doing. And I believe that they're moving in the right direction. Getting rid of Paul George was probably one of the best things that they can do. Paul George didn't have the right energy and mindset. He quit on the team a lot of times. He was more focused on podcasting. You know what I'm saying? He was jealous of Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Him getting paid and other players and James Harden coming over there and getting paid and all that stuff. So he really felt like he couldn't really trust the Clippers. He was like, man, fuck that, man. I'm out. On some Kevin Durant shit. I'm out, man. Fuck that, I'm out. So there it is. Then they signed Nicholas Batum, who has already been a Clipper before and been successful being a Clipper and a role player to the team. Veteran. You know what I'm saying? Another player from France from France, right? Nicholas Batum is from France, I think. So another player, you know what I'm saying? We've seen that the Frenchmen dominated the NBA draft. We've seen what Tony Parker did. They got Victor Wembanyama, France. So you get a veteran in there, locker room guy that can help, you know, the Kevin Porter Jr.'s and the Derrick Jones Jr.'s and the Mo Bambas, you know, teach them how to be professionals, how to put in the work, go about their business. So they're in a good spot. And then there's still other players available. They're looking to move Russ. I don't know if they should do that, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. They already got young guys, Kobe Brown and certain players, and I don't know if Amir Coffey is still on that roster. But they still have players, bro, that's capable of going out there and producing. You feel me? And there's still moves to be made. These aren't the final moves. They're still shaping their roster on who they want to become and the identity that they're going to establish. And a product that they're going to put out on that basketball floor. But guess what? They're going to do it in their new state-of-the-art arena. That's huge. That's huge. You feel me? So pay attention, y'all. I still feel the Clippers are still in contention. If Kawhi Leonard, all this uncertainty around his injury and all this stuff, man, I'm not worried about Kawhi Leonard's health. If Kawhi Leonard was injured, he would either retire like Brandon Roy or they would trade him. They wouldn't say, you know what, Kawhi, I want you to represent our country and play in the Olympic Games. If he was injured, why did you put him on the Olympic game if he was injured? That makes no sense. Kawhi Leonard's career, that was the trade-off for him. And making a lot of money and getting championships the way he wins his championships. He had to say, you know what, behind the scenes, it's all about storylines and narratives. They paid this man to be like, man, take a dive, bro. Don't trip. We're going to set everything up for you to win. But you're just not going to be a regular season basketball player. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be an all-NBA. You're not going to accumulate all these different awards. But we are going to use you to win championships. And remember, he was chosen in that San Antonio Spurs series. came off the bench. He kind of pulled an Andre Iguodala, but at least Andre Iguodala situation was different because you couldn't really pump Andre Iguodala up to be better than what he already was. He was already a veteran, you know what I'm saying? He was already like, man, I've been in the league for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So they gave Andre Iguodala the MVP off the bench. They did the same thing with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard didn't average a whole bunch of points, but his impact on defense and winning, you know what I'm saying, was huge. So they said, oh, we got another one. Kawhi Leonard. So San Antonio thought that they were going to have Kawhi Leonard and he was going to be the cornerstone around the franchise. But it didn't work out. For the same reasons why it hasn't worked out in LA. Being available to play. His team doctors and his personal doctors at odds on whether, you know what I'm saying, he's healthy enough to be put on the court. And if he's going to sustain any long-term, you know what I'm saying, damage from doing so, which we've seen happen with other players who decided to play injured. If that's the case. But that's all part of the plan for Kawhi Leonard. This is the storyline. This is what's going to be, you know what I'm saying, and dominate his headlines for his career. Is Kawhi Leonard available to play? We know that he's great enough to win a championship. The Clippers have been chosen. They're going to win their championship. Kawhi Leonard will be a part of that roster, too. You feel me? I'm just keeping it 100. The Clippers have the guys that they need in order to win. And they're still making moves and adding on to that. And we're going to find out what those moves are. You know what I'm saying? In the coming days, months, prior to the NBA season starting, and even during the NBA season, you can still make moves. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want all the Clipper faithful to just have faith, bro. You're moving in a different direction. It's okay. You lose players. Warriors lost Klay Thompson. Do that mean they just gonna turn into one of the garbage franchises in the damn world? Possibly, but it's okay. It was time for him to go. You can't hold on to these old ass players, bro, when you still have aspirations of winning championships or just putting a successful product on the court. Shit, the Warriors are making moves in damn self. I like some of the moves that they made. DeAnthony Melton was a big move, and people might not realize that he impacts winning. DeAnthony Melton impacts winning. He helped Memphis. Let's just be honest. He helped Memphis. They didn't win anything, though, but he was a key contributor. His ability to play defense and knock down the three, huge. Out of USC, another LA person. So let's just call it what it is. But the key thing for the Warriors, they have to get a coach, an experienced assistant coach in there. See, coaching matters, you guys. Experience from the coaching side of the game matters. And Steve Kerr knows that. He's not going to win nothing with them young, retarded-ass coaches that he got right now. He needs to get a veteran coach in there. And we'll see what happens with that. You know what I'm saying? But I am definitely going to be paying attention to the Clippers. I think they're going to be okay. I think Kawhi plays anywhere from 60 to 70 games next year, in between that number. Or even if he plays a little less. Let's go anywhere from 55 to 68 games. Somewhere in between 55 and 68 games. And he will be available for the playoffs. I'm going out on the limb and saying that. That's what I have. And I think the Clippers can make it to a Western Conference Finals with the chance of making it to an NBA Finals. They will be put in a position where they have an opportunity to make an NBA Finals. Whether they make it this year, where I still believe that this has to be the year, or they win it next year in 2026. You But I feel 2025 should be the year. We've been right there. They've been knocking on the window every year. Now they got hopes of winning a championship. One of these years it's going to have to come true. Period, point blankers. So that's what we're looking at. So that's my breakdown of the Clippers. The Clippers, you know what I'm saying, is just trying to find their way. And I think they're doing it and going about it the right way. Steve Ballmer, you know what I'm saying, it's all about players. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, giving players what they want. You know what I'm saying, making sure everybody's happy. He's super exuberant, you know what I'm saying, fucking enthusiastic. He loves the game. He loves winning. You know what I'm saying, he supports his team like few owners. He's shouting and yelling and cheering at every game, jumping out of his seat, and he's over there knocking people over, and I'm like, damn, bro. Like, was you on the yellow bus when you was young, good? That boy got a different type of energy up over there, good. So don't worry, bro. All y'all fan base, bro, join in with Steve Ballmer when y'all celebrating y'all victories. It's all love. So let's go through some of these damn comments, bro. Salute to everybody in the chat, though. Make sure y'all hit them thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, man. E-Leezy, E-Leezy in a league with 6 Nikola Jokic. Man, this hella Nikola, this hella motherfucking Nikola Jokic's and Jokic's and Yana motherfucking Focages, like, what the fuck going on, man? They just create niggas over there. The real team, man. Salute, man. Much love. You know what it is. Tune in. Question, E-Leezy, if LeBron never went to LA, do you think Kawhi and PG would have ended up with the Lakers instead of the Clippers? Yes, I do believe that. Tune in. I believe that if LeBron and AD wouldn't have been over there, I think that they would have ended up over there. But guess what? If LeBron and AD didn't go up over there, probably not, because guess what? They would have just built a contender, because then you would have been forced to keep Lonzo, you'd have been forced to keep D'Lo, you'd have been forced to keep Julius Randle, Josh Hart, you know what I'm saying? All those players. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ingram. They would have been building around that. If they didn't choose to go the direction that they went, they would have just been forced to build around those young guys. You know what I'm saying? So, yes and no, unless they would have had to make some sort of deal happen to where they trading, you know what I'm saying, and Kawhi Leonard like, I want all these players out, let's go get Paul George, we're going to trade all them players to OKC. So, yes and no. You know what I'm saying? I think that they could have built a solid foundation over there with the young players that they got in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was putting that team back together right there in right on Kobe's watch. You know what I'm saying? In his last years as a player, they was drafting, you know what I'm saying, lottery picks. They were picking good players, high character IQ guys. Maybe not D'Angelo Russell, he was young and immature, but that's because Swaggy P was over there fucking and polluting his mind with bullshit. So, yes and no to that. Salute, bro. Hey, Heron, salute. Lori Marketing on his way to the Bay Area. Yay! Let's get it. Okay. I appreciate that, A-Heron. Thanks for sharing that news, bro. That's big. If Lori Marketing come to the Warriors, bro, the Warriors are setting themselves up to try to go win another championship. Another one. That's huge. They need to get an assistant coach, though. They have to get the right assistant coach. Maybe you bring Mark Jackson back. Maybe you let that man get, you know what I'm saying, taste what it's like. Maybe because he's a defensive coordinator and a motivator. Bruh, let that man go do what he do, man. You know what I'm saying? And pair Mark Jackson with Steve Kerr. Maybe that's the direction that you might want to go, despite everything that has happened. But, they have to definitely go get a coach. Darvin Ham is another one who can help lead your defense. You know what I'm saying? And coordinate your defense like he did in Milwaukee and LA. So, we'll see what happens. Alvin Gentry, you know what I'm saying? There's another one. He's out there. He won with us before in 2015. So let's see what happens. But appreciate you, bro. Yeah, he was doing a little whole shit like that. That's weird coming from Lori Marketing, bro. But you know what? Nothing surprises me anymore. Lakers' little brother, yeah. Clippers are the Lakers' little brother, bro. And they got to grow up, you know what I'm saying, and establish and make a name for themselves. And by them getting their own stadium, I think that's the start, you know what I'm saying, to what's, hopefully, what's, good things to come. You feel me? Look like they getting younger, defense, athleticism. Yeah, that's true. You have to in this league. Johnny L. Santana, man, salute. Good morning, brother. Clip Nation, stand up. Yes, sir. Stand up, Clip Nation. I ain't no Clipper fan. I'm a basketball fan first. I have my teams that I like. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? I like to see young teams. I like to see them grow. I don't like to see teams cheat the system. The Clippers are cheating the system. When they try to go get Paul George, that was cheating the system, and they paid for it. So now what you're seeing, they're doing it a different way. Okay, let's give these other guys a chance. Let's go sign some other guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's get rid of Paul George, who was a bad apple, obviously, and let's see if we can do this thing without PG. You know what I'm saying? And get other guys that got basketball talent and got a chip on their shoulder. So, yeah, salute. Mark Jackson still probably won't ever get the opportunity. Yeah, I know, that's sad, bro. That was 99, I think. Okay. Wait, Mo Bamba signed the Clippers? Yep. Mo Bamba signed the Clippers, tune in. Yes, sir. Mo Bamba, Clipper. From the reports. The Real Too Smart. What's good with it, Brody? Salute, bro. You already know. Shout out to the stream. What's good? Oh, yes, sir. Tune in. Salute. Nico gave Philly a boost in that playing. Yes. Definitely. Yep. Batumi's. He's back. I say, stop it. You hell, bro. Lori Markin on his way to the Bay. I read an article saying Clay was doing diva and antics behind the scenes, but it was noticeable like Draymond. That's sad, bro. That's sad. Come on, man. Where you going? Left or right, nigga? Yeah, that's sad. Do you want him? Yeah, we take Lori all day. Iggy. We got your boy Kenny Atkinson. Yeah. You got Kenny Atkinson. He really not my boy, but he was coaching for the Warriors. He didn't really do shit for the Warriors, though. But you do got Kenny Atkinson, that's true. Bring back Andre Iguodala, yeah. As an assistant, as a defensive coordinator, yeah. I would do that. Bring back Iggy as a defensive coordinator, yep. I agree. That'd be huge. Just when maybe E-Leezy, if you get Lori, is he playing the 5 or the 4 or he played a 3 for Cleveland? What are you talking about? He played a 3 for Cleveland. Lori Marketing didn't play for Cleveland, nigga. Or actually, he did. My bad. You're right. Lori Marketing did play for Cleveland. Yep, he had a stint in Cleveland. Lori Marketing didn't play for hella teams already. They coming for you. They crazy. Them motherfuckers coming for me. Yeah, they like, man, this nigga, boy, you gotta get this nigga. This nigga needs some medical attention, though. You feel me? Stop playing, bro. It's all love, though, man. You already know what it is. Hey, that's huge, man. That's huge. The Warriors is making moves, y'all. Pay attention to what the Warriors are doing. In my opinion, I think it's going to be the Warriors and the Clippers for the Western Conference Finals next year. Warriors and Clippers Western Conference Finals. Because we need our payback against Kawhi Leonard. So, preventing him from winning the championship would be the biggest payback, you know what I'm saying, for the Warriors. Preventing Kawhi Leonard from advancing to another championship. So, pay attention to that, y'all. Warriors Clippers Western Conference Finals, man. Period, point blankers. Period, point blankers. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's what I got. We can pick up Seth Curry too. He played for the Bulls too. He played for hella teams, bro. Nah, I don't believe that. Hired Derek Fisher as an assistant coach. Steven Silas, man, stop it. That's when we ran the 7-footer lineup. He had him in small forward. Yeah, Mavs are going right back to the finals. I don't know if they're going to go back to the finals, though, but they made some key acquisitions. But Luka isn't that dude, though. Luka's just a good offensive player, but he don't play no D, bro. So I don't believe in that Luka shit. Seth Curry be solid. Wiggins for Bruce Brown. Yeah, I like Gary Trent Jr. too. I think that the Clippers should go get Gary Trent Jr. and send Norman Powell back to Toronto. In my opinion, that's just what I think. We got a roster spot for you, E-Leezy, on the mask. Oh, for sure. Yeah, you already know I'm ready, nigga. Yeah. Sign me instantly to whatever role you want, nigga. If you want me to go play, nigga, I'll go out there and cook them niggas straight up. Shit. I didn't know Steven Silas coached the Bobcats. He was an assistant coach. His dad, Paul Silas, coached the Bobcats, though. I think. Steven Silas wasn't the head coach, I don't think. I think he was an assistant. All right, y'all, bro. E gonna average a double. Hey, straight up. You already know, nigga. 25 turnovers and 25 technicals. His dad, too, coached the Cavs. Yep, his dad coached the Cavs, too. The Clippers are garbage. Stop it. Why you be over? I'm not overhyping them, bro. The Clippers, they haven't won. Oaktown, what's good? You got to replay the stream, bro. Hey, you just got to, the Clippers aren't garbage, bro. They just been battling some different demons and adversities, bro. Just like any other franchise who's trying to find and become that team that everybody can look at and be like, man, we really want to support them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They made some really, really bad front office and decisions over the years, you know what I'm saying? But the Clippers have had good teams, just not good enough to win championships. But I believe that, bro, they're turning a new leaf. I think they're going to, you know what I'm saying? I think they're going to be, I think they're going to be okay. I do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. But I just want all the Clipper faithful, brother. I want y'all to just stay poised, stay calm, be humble, bro. Don't worry. Just say, okay, well, you know what? We don't have Paul George. We going to move. Okay, boom, we moving, putting this piece. Okay, Kawhi Leonard. Okay, boom, let's go. Let's go compete now. You know what I'm saying? This is who we rocking with. Let's go compete. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think they said yesterday that they don't have Kai Jones anymore. Or it was something weird to where they didn't extend it, or they didn't extend him or something. Kai Jones is a weirdo, bro. I don't know what the hell. That nigga gonna go to the Big 3 league, if anything. So that's just what it is. But, like we always do at this time, I go for mine. I got the shine. Hey, salute to all my people, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom of my heart. You already know what it is. Hey, I want everybody to love, live life. Smile, cry, laugh, bro. And hit them thumbs up for your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. Oaktown, you're going to have to replay the stream, bro. Sorry that you missed it. You just came in. But salute to you, bro. I hope everything is good with you and the family. You know what I'm saying? And hey, we building, man. Warriors trying to make a comeback. So we'll see. Yeah, because my shift is a little earlier now, bro. So I'm 5 o'clock. I'm on the road. So I started early. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all love, though. It's all good. Y'all gonna hear more of me later on, probably on Showtime stream or somebody else stream, though. But Peace and blessings to my people, bro. I hope y'all having a good week. I hope y'all have even greater week, holiday, you know what I'm saying, break. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be safe, love, live life, smile, cry, laugh, man. Salute.